Welcome to the Cappiello and Collins Show on YouTube with David Cappiello and Michael Collins. The show where the right wing never gets a pass and the right wing is always wrong. And now here are our hosts, David Cappiello and Michael Collins.
Well, I think, David, the whole thing, you're right. I think the whole thing, as far as the judicial branch of the government, is boiling down to the people who are being appointed to this court. How do they allow their religious conviction to enter into their judgment-making process? That's a hard thing to prove that you're not, but the Republicans seem to have been going towards the evangelical-type background people and, having a religious slant to their judgments that are placed in front of the Supreme Court on issues like a woman's rights and issues of the choice, the freedom of choice. Pro-choice or no choice. And as far as the transgender laws, I think that one of the biggest, or transgender or gay laws, I think one of the biggest fears that many of the evangelicals have is the fact that if the government declares that any kind of discrimination activity that's done on a transgender or gay person is forbidden by law, that will mean that ultimately they'll have to allow transgendered and gay people to attend their church, which is something I know right now that a lot of them do not want to have in their church. They'd rather have you not be there, and they will make it as...
Brenda, I would strongly disagree with that point.
Well, okay.
The separation of church and state, while the hard right-wing theocrats don't believe in it, we certainly do. I think most gay people do, and most moderate people, whether gay, straight, or transgender, believe in the separation of church and state. So, any of these laws, even if we had a federal law protecting lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people, it does not enter into a church. I guess it's safe to say that a McCain-Palin victory would be disastrous for the transgender community and really all minorities, wouldn't you say?
Well, I'm pretty sure of that. I think that, again, they're heavily backed by the evangelical and a lot of the Bible Belt states, and I think that it would be to their disadvantage. They view a disadvantage to assure that gay people and transgender people have rights. Let's put it this way: the Republican Party has managed to stymie gay marriages. To the point where even the president was able to come out on the news stations and come out against gay marriages. That's the first time a president's actually got there and said things against people. And there's never been a president before that who officially came out and pronounced something on somebody. I think the only president that I've ever seen come close was Nixon when he announced that some idiot that killed a lot of people was obviously guilty. And the law went up in arms about that. To be guilty until proven innocent.
Innocent until proven guilty, you mean?
You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. You're right. I'm sorry. It's a long night. Well, yes, I hope that we do have a situation where we get all Democrats in. I think it would be good for the country. I think we'll be able to restore the relationship of the working class and get our rights. Incidentally, a lot of the rights, including the Afro-American rights, were established by the Democrats, not by the Republicans. Republicans wanted to have nothing to do with it. They didn't think it was a career move to back that kind of stuff. It was Kennedy and Johnson. Johnson, believe it or not, was a Democrat, and he did sign
a lot of
the
people,
Bill of Rights. And I wonder if that would have been done if there was a Republican president there.
well, I think a lot of people at the time were saying that the Democrats would lose their majority for 40 years for supporting civil rights for African Americans, but you have to do what's right, and
That's
I think
correct. And that actually did happen, I think, down in the southern states where this thing was affected.
a lot of Southern Democrats became Republicans.
The Democrats were disenfranchised, and that's where they all of a sudden became Republican vultures. So the Republican is actually the no choice and the discrimination party, isn't it? Amazing.
It's sad because I'd like to envision a time when, first of all, we'd have a system that's better than the duopoly we have right now, with the Democrats and the Republicans, and the corporations kind of control both, so you just have to pick the lesser of two evils. I'd like to see a time when the lobbyists are out of business and the Congress people respond directly to the citizens, and I'd like to see a time in the not so distant future when third parties, so-called third parties, are represented in the Congress, the Green Party, the Libertarian Party, etc., etc., and independent candidates like Ralph Nader. I think we need more voices, because otherwise it's just the status quo. I mean, even if Obama and Biden win, we don't know how much change they will actually bring. We do know that they probably won't engage in a campaign of discrimination, which is good for me and good for you, but how much change will they bring as far as a lot of the other policies that both parties seem to be in agreement about? But I guess that's a discussion for another time.
It looks like that, huh? There's a lot of words can be said for that.
We could go on and on.
It's been nice talking to you, and
yeah.
I really appreciate the invite to speak.
Yeah.
And I wish you a lot of success on your program.
Thank you. Our transgender advocate from an undisclosed location here in Connecticut. And today is September 15th, and this is the end of episode 1 of the Cappiello and Collins Show. Michael Collins is away on assignment, so to speak. He will be back for our next episode. Today's episode will probably be broken up into several pieces, and probably parts A, B, and C. And it will be available on YouTube as well as several websites that I run. So thank you for watching, and until next time, remember, vote, and tell your friends to register to vote. It's very important. Thank you.